Good morning, gardeners. I'm a little late on the week 5 garden tour. We had an excessively wet and cold week. It hasn't really stopped raining long enough to come out here for more than just a few minutes, but the sun is out today, so let's see what's changed. We're going to start in the corn and loofah garden bed. And I just noticed something today. I have my first ear setting silks. Been tasseling for a couple weeks now, with little ears kind of starting to show, but we've definitely got silks now, and each stalk is setting multiple ears. I mean, just look at this one. 1 ear, 2 ear, 3 ear. They have started to lean just a little bit. Like I said, we just had such a stormy week. We had high winds, so I'll probably come in here and try to prop some of these back up. It's not too bad. The hailing definitely helped keep them more secure, but they've got a little bit of a gangster lean going on. That's okay. The sugar baby watermelon is spreading everywhere. I'm kind of running out of room on the trellis for it, so now I'm just letting it wind through the corn. We'll see what happens. And I do have some fruit starts on here. So hopefully this will be a successful melon year, because I have not had success in the past. Had to step back for this one, but you can see the loofah and the ridgecord have reached the top of the trellis and then some. Ridgecord has started setting fruit. Look at that texture. I don't understand why it's called a ridgecord. But they are both doing extremely well. I just can't get over the size of these leaves. Oh, got a little loofah flower there. Doesn't look like the loofah has set any fruit yet, but it's been slower to flower. It's doing okay. I had forgotten where I planted potatoes, and well, they're just kind of starting to pop up everywhere. It's really getting too warm for potatoes, but I'm gonna let them do their thing, see what happens. Now, sweet potatoes, on the other hand, love the heat. So all this warm weather, minus the last couple days, is going to be absolutely fantastic for them. And I am successfully getting them trained up this trellis. The peas have really appreciated a break in the scorching heat. They've started producing very, very well again. Peas don't generally like when it gets too hot. Production will really slow down on them. And they just won't do well. Usually don't survive past the spring crop kind of time frame. But mine are hanging on. My green beans have really filled out nicely, and I'm harvesting about a handful of green beans a day. So that'll really pick up here soon. And that's just in the last 3-4 days that they've really started producing. Oh, I love this arch when it's full. Now, the various types of summer squash I have, they haven't loved the wet that we've been having. I've got a lot of powdery mildew issues and fungus issues. I'm gonna have to get in here and just start pruning like crazy, getting all the dead and crunchy stuff off. They also have really slowed in production just because it's been so wet. and they don't particularly like that. But I'm starting to see some more fruit grow now. Oh, you can see I'm trying to save seeds. I've got some bags over unopened flowers so they don't get cross-pollinated by the bees, since I do have so many in such a small area. These over here aren't looking too bad. A little bit of yellowing, but not nearly as bad as the rest of the bed. The 8-ball squash, still not my favorite, but oh, you're not supposed to see that. That's coming out in another video. Now, unfortunately, my Black Beauty zucchini was hit with a really, really nasty fungus. You can see it particularly well on this. See if... It's just spots everywhere. It's so sunny out, you can hardly see it. But yeah, I've been treating with a copper fungicide, an organic one. And I think the new growth is doing okay. I may end up having to pull this one out before it, infects other areas. The tomatoes, on the other hand, have had absolutely no complaints about this weather. I have been harvesting a couple a day. So far, this one, the Gold Nugget cherry tomato, is the first one to start ripening. And I believe this one's the Champagne Bubbles. No ripening on there yet. And then I've got one in the way back there. I'm not sure if you can really see it. But I've pulled a couple off of those as well. Those are pretty tasty. Pepper plants have been flowering for a while now, and I'm just now starting to see peppers forming. And this was a sweet banana pepper. Same over here. Eggplant. Oh, does eggplant have its first flower? It does. Blocked by cauliflower. And still no heads on the cauliflower. Like I said before, I don't think they're going to head up. It's out of their season. It's too hot. But I'll leave them there until I need the space. Figure I should probably show you my Plumera blooms before the Japanese beetles eat them. Oh, they smell so amazing. So, update on the Dorman red raspberries. Well, we do have some raspberries. Nothing has ripened quite yet. But something, I believe a vole, came through underground and ate the roots off this cane. The whole cane died. It did have berries that hadn't even had a chance to ripen, but it's dead all the way to the ground. I've been trying to catch this vole for longer than I care to admit. The only reason I think it's a vole is because there are holes around the base. I can't really move stuff out of the way because these are very thorny. The Siam tulip and torch ginger that I thought had died in the winter freeze have come back full force and even spread. I did not plant these here, but I am perfectly fine with them spreading. I'm excited to see them bloom. Oh, they're so gorgeous. And yes, that is the first orange tender sweet watermelon starting to grow. Otherwise, they are spreading through my flower bed just as anticipated. Goji berry has really made a recovery since the aphid spider mite issue and is currently setting flowers. There is currently no shortage of strawberries on the Greenstock Strawberry Tower. A little fertilizer goes a long way. So I managed to find a trellis that might actually work for my dragon fruit. I was able to get it straightened out. So hopefully when it continues to grow, it'll just flop over the top like tree branches. We've got a lot of new buds. It is recovered very well from its sun damage. And that concludes the late week 5 garden tour. Thanks for coming along with me to watch my garden grow. Until next time, bye.